Hey, this is John Howell here from tradinginvestingforyou.com with another daily update with another daily stock here. We're going to look at a particular stock here called SHLD. That's right, SHLD. This is on the New York Stock Exchange. And we're just going to break down this chart. And what these daily videos are all about is they're all about looking at the particular patterns and the way that the market moves and really digging deep into the actual market to see what the actual market is doing. Okay, so what we're going to do here again, we're going to break down this stock, and as I break down this stock and I look at different patterns and stuff like that, I want you to take these tools and tips and patterns and systems and methods that I use and use them to your own benefit. Okay, so that's exactly what this daily video is all about. So let's actually look at this right now. We're looking at a weekly chart of SHLD, and as we go through, basically as I go through this education here, you know that this is just for general advice only. Okay, this is not. I don't know your personal situation, and obviously the market is very rough out there and it's very volatile. So make sure that you take this, put it to your arsenal, and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing before you put any trade on. That's very, very important, especially this day and age. Okay, so right now we're looking at the SHLD weekly chart. Okay, and we can see a few things straight away. Firstly, we can see that there's some sort of major support and resistance up there around about the 78 level all the way across through there. Okay, you can see it's a major support level through there, and plus we also can see that around about this level through here, that level through there, we see that we actually have a major support level. Now again, we're looking on the weekly chart here. Okay, so we're looking on the weekly chart here, and what we're looking at here is we're looking at just identifying what we call the major levels. This is the very first thing I want you to do, no matter what chart you're looking at. This is the very first thing I want you to look at, is the overall major support and resistance level. So we can see a major support level through here, major support, all the way through here as well. We have support as well. And so you can see this market ran up towards a resistance level up here, came down, and it's bounced once, it's bounced twice, and it's bounced 3 times. Okay, so the overall major support level, the overall level is this is a major level that the market is sort of competing at right now. And it's definitely struggling. It's trying to break it, but I can't. It's trying to break it, but I can't. And it's trying to break it, but I can't. But there's something interesting here. We're seeing this overall, this is a major support level. If we scroll back here in time, we can actually see, again, this is a weekly chart, remember. We can actually see back in time, and back in even on 2009, this whole level here was a major resistance level. If I just draw this here, we can see the overall resistance through there, bit of support through there. And that overall major support resistance level is now becoming where we are right now. Okay, major support, major resistance, and then also now it's becoming a major support through there. So that's exactly what we can see now on the weekly chart. Let's actually bring it in closely to the I can't talk properly this morning. Closely to the actual market to see what's actually doing here. So we can see here again, we're still looking at a weekly chart, but if you have a close look, what it looks like we're trying to form is possibly is a head and shoulder formation. Okay, you can see that we have, if I just draw this line through here, make my trend line a bit thicker, we can see that we have like a little shoulder through here, and then we have a head, and now it's coming up to try to make maybe possibly a shoulder. Okay, and as you can see, we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder there. Okay, can you see that there? Okay, so it looks like it could possibly making a head and shoulder. If that's the case, then it looks like it might want more time to the high side. Another thing to keep an eye out for is this. When you see this, when you see the market came down, bounced off support, ran up through here, and then it flushed down through here, and suddenly then popped back up and went straight up. And what ended up happening was this: it created this was the high, this was the peak. It created a higher peak. Okay, and then we have this trough, and then we have a lower trough through here. If this actually turns into a higher trough, it means the market starts to pick up through here, and it creates a higher trough through here. Then that to me says that we are likely to spend a lot more time to the high side because of the higher trough. Okay, makes sense? So because we're looking at the high trough here, it's important to say, okay, and this is what's happening on a longer term time frame chart. So let's actually dig a bit deeper in this. Again, this is what's happening on a longer term time frame chart. Let's dig a bit deeper in this into, say, a daily chart. Okay, and we're looking at a daily chart here right now, and what we're looking at now is just simply a blank chart by looking at just some candlesticks. Now again, don't use candlesticks as to try to read the trade in the market. Just look at this as just basically bars on the screen. Okay, so what we're looking at now is we're looking at the overall remember this line here was the weekly support resistance line, and once again we can see here on the daily chart we have this is the daily chart here. daily support, daily support, daily resistance, daily support, and now we're having daily support again. Okay, all through there. So to me, it looks like that we may spend a bit more time to the high side because we're at that support level. But there's a caveat through here. Let me show you what the caveat is. If we draw a trend line from here to here, okay, from there to there, we can see that we have this overall resistance, came up, bounced off here, and took off to the high side. Okay, that's what happened through there. But if we also have a look at the shorter term time frame chart, is that we can see that we have an overall resistance as well through here. Okay, so this overall resistance point through here, major resistance through here, and the market broke above this resistance line, came up to another finite resistance up here, came up to this resistance up here, failed, and then got hammered through here. Now the interesting thing about this point through here is that if you look at the buyers and sellers and price action is this. You can see how this, the way the market moves is that we have strong buyers, weak sellers, okay? Strong buyers, weak sellers, strong buyers, weak sellers. We get the point, right? And on a downward movement, we have strong sellers, weak buyers, strong sellers, weak buyers, strong sellers. This is exactly how the market works, right? So by utilizing that in a more of a detailed basis by looking at the actual market itself, you can see here we have a bit of a strong buyer and a weak seller, and a strong buyers and a weak sellers, and a strong buyers, right? So obviously when we have that momentum, strong buyers, weak sellers, the market goes up. But by looking at this market here, we can see we've had strong buyers, but we've also had strong sellers. Now what does that mean? Well, we don't know yet. We've got to wait for the market to tell us what to do, and what we need to wait for it to tell us what to do is this. If the market does end up breaking above, coming up and start to get up above this level through here, then it's likely to race to new highs and even higher. If the market starts to break down through here, then this overall level is likely to be negated, and we're likely to have a big drop down, probably to around about the $30 mark, at least to the $42 mark would be the short term target. Longer term target would be down $30. Okay, so that's where I see this here. It's more of a stop and wait. Stop and wait means just wait for the market to tell us what to do. So we can see that there. So remember here, if we're looking at the weekly chart here, the weekly chart simply says that, hey, we might be getting some upside here, and if we do get some upside through here by creating this higher peak and this higher drop, then we're likely to really escalate this to the high side. Okay, and so just keep an eye on that. This is the weekly chart, but the daily chart is just seeing, okay, then what's really going on here. And so with the daily chart, remember, if we just draw a trend line from here to here, okay, we can see that overall support level through there, from that level there, that level there, we're also at that level there right now. Okay, so with the daily chart, we're at a lot of support levels right now. We've had this strong buyers move and this strong sellers move. I'm not too confident about this strong sellers move. If we had these strong buyers, weak sellers like we have through here, then yeah, that'd be a really good point, right? Because you think, okay, strong buyers, weak sellers equals another strong buyers. But when we have a period where it goes strong buyers and then strong sellers, you've got to step back and say, whoa, what's going on here? We don't know. Because what could happen is this: if we have strong sellers through here, and then suddenly out of nowhere for the next week or so we have weak buyers, then when we have a massive high probability of this market dropping down, then going up. Does it make sense? So if we've got this strong seller period through here, but if we go through a period of making strong sellers, and then we actually start to go through a period of weak buyers where it's really struggling to push up, then we have a massive probability of this actually breaking down. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. Well, I hope this video helped you out. This is SHLD for the daily and weekly. Again, this is just a pull it apart. Hope you get a lot of tools and tips around this, and I hope this actually helps you and serve you moving forward. No matter what happens, come down to tradinginvestingforyou.com. Okay, and if you actually are at if you go to tradinginvestingforyou.com, you'll be able to see that you're actually you're either watching this on my blog right now, or you actually see a link below this video that's actually going to lead you over to my blog right now. What I want you to do is I want you to come to this thing here, and I want you to check out the Cashflow Mastery Summit here. Okay, this Cashflow Mastery Summit is 2 days full of strategies and systems that I personally use, and you're going to be blown away. Okay, get absolutely blown away. Anyway, I want to leave that up. I want to leave that up for you to judge. But just make sure that you make sure you click on this banner. Make sure you watch the video on the other side. It's going to tell you exactly how we can help a charity out as well. We're helping a charity out by the money we raise. We're going to be donating that charity live on stage. okay, and there's 2 full days of strategies that, like for example, there's a system out there that's fully automated. It's been running for the last couple of years, and it's been consistently delivering, month after month after month. We're talking 3-4%. Just the last 2 months alone. Last month it did 4%. The month before that it did another 4%. Okay, as, on average there. Okay, so it's doing really, really well. We're also talking about how to actually, when you actually invest, how to get a guaranteed return of 16 to 36%, guaranteed on your money. So there's a lot of strategies out there that's actually going to go out there. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So go down, click on the link below if you're watching this video on YouTube. If you're watching this on my blog, click on that banner, go watch that video, go watch that thing. This is only a small type little workshop. Okay, it is a seminar, but we're having a workshop. I'm not having that many people there because I actually want to be working with you personally to really help you move forward. So this is not a big thing, and I'm taking this down soon because the numbers are starting to fill up. So go check that out right now, and I'll see you at the actual event. Okay, so I hope that really helps you. No matter what happens, say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and that is success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. Now remember, click on that link below, or just simply go to tradingandinvestingforyou.com. See you guys.